TIFU by punching my doctor.
I, 36F, recently found out that I needed to have gallbladder surgery, the first surgery I've ever had under anesthesia. I wasn't too worried, and prior to the surgery had been joking with my anesthesiologist in pre-op about the many TikTok videos that have gone viral of people coming out of anesthesia and doing/saying funny things. NGL had a tiny secret hope that I too would be hilarious and that my mom would catch it on film, not to go viral but just for some laughs at our upcoming holiday get-togethers. Never mind the fact that in decades of being a dance mom, the woman has taped nothing other than the floor, but dare to dream, right? That convo with my anesthesiologist was the last thing I remember before surgery, and when I woke up I was very agitated trying to yank out my four, wanting to get out of bed, crying at feeling trapped.
It took about 20 minutes for me to calm down enough for the nurses to stop saying they have to restrain me if I tried to keep getting up. When I finally did calm down, I asked my mom how the surgery went and what the doctors said, and she told me all of it went well, except the part where I punched my anesthesiologist. Apparently in my anesthesia-agitated state, I had tried to yank out my four and my anesthesiologist was standing there and got hit with a thrashing lamb. I do not remember this at all. My mom said she was a very good sport about it, and joked that she should have expected an amateur boxer to come up swinging, but man am I mortified. Needless to say, I am very grateful no one taped this, and I will definitely be sending a /very/nice holiday gift basket her way.
TLDR, had surgery and as I was coming out of anesthesia got agitated and accidentally punched my doctor.
Ha ha ha, it happens. It's a surprise when it's not a young dude or a kid, but you never 100% know how someone will wake up. Definitely not a big deal. Your friendly neighborhood surgeon. I hit mine in the nuts, they told me later.
TIFU nurse here. It sucks but it does happen. Have had to restrain people and then they are better in 10-30 minutes and apologize.
NTA. I punched someone who shined a flashlight in my eyes to wake me up at 3 a.m. in basic training. Broke her nose. Nothing happened. Did not get in any trouble. Involuntary is involuntary. I'm sure it will be a funny story they tell for the rest of their lives.
Beware of trying to be funny when coming out of anesthesia. My husband was in recovery and they asked him what month it was. He said June-November thinking he was funny, then they whisked him off for testing to make sure he hadn't had a stroke.
If you're under the age of 40 you will get something to prevent a wild wake up from me. More often than not young people wake up crazy.
I was watching a TikTok video of a doctor reenacting people coming out of anesthesia. Punchers, criers, go back to sleep, try to get up, etc. Being combative is not uncommon. Your apology will be appreciated but hopefully they told you it does happen. I'm always pretty calm waking up. I panicked a little when I woke up from a tonsillectomy because I felt like I couldn't swallow but it wasn't too bad. For some reason I always ask what time it is when I wake up. Like it really matters lol. I guess subconsciously I'm a little unnerved by not knowing how long I've been out. Since 30 minutes and 8 hours feel exactly the same way when you're put under. Well, you did get a story out of it. Glad you and your anesthesiologist are okay. My mom and I once had endoscopies scheduled a day apart. I drove her to and from hers, and vice versa. I'm lucky in that I recover from anesthesia quite quickly. My mom, however, behaved like a grumpy toddler for about 45 minutes after waking up. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I bit my endodontist while she was attempting a root canal. I would have felt worse about it but she was kind of a dick.
My father-in-law just fought his ICU team post-surgery. He was in ICU for a week to get meds out of him to do an emergency heart procedure. This is right after having mini strokes and 200 plus, 120 plus BP for days. He came out of surgery with a safe heart but was delusional and combative from the anesthesia and Then ICU psychosis as they called it. It's been a rough week, but he made it home and back to normal.
That's why they pay the anesthesiologist the big bucks.
I think you're okay. Tears of joy. I fell asleep on a couch when I was in the Marines. A fellow Marine leaned over the back of the couch and yelled near my head to wake me up. I swung when I came up and gave him a black eye. I didn't even realize what I had done until I connected with his face. I don't think you food up. You weren't in a rational state yet. Anesthesiologists know some people react weirdly. I was told by a friend whose husband was a combat vet and usually come out swinging, and that's common amongst them, so post-surgery staff know to be wary with them. If you ever have surgery again, make sure you tell them what happened so you don't accidentally hit someone again. I think your idea of a thank you card is a good one. The filming the floor comment is a hidden gem in this post. This is my reaction to anesthesia as well. Found out the hard way, but I warn everyone now. I am difficult and so mean. I cuss everyone out, and I don't do that with my outside voice IRL, so it was shocking to those that knew me and saw it. Now I only allow my husband to be around. He thinks it hilarious. I punched a nurse on accident after surgery once and kicked a dentist on purpose. I don't do well with anesthesia at all and always wake up thrashing. I have had 13 surgeries and learned after the second one I wake up agitated, accusing people of hurting me and throwing hands. So I wake up restrained and with calming meds on board. I always make sure to warn the doctors.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.